Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to have the first tasting of my Azacca Medusa beer. These hops are from the Yakima Valley yearly hop subscription that you can get. You can get 4 boxes per year. And I did a review. I asked for people's opinion what we should put together. Cheeky Saver, I think that's his name, did put down some comments of 4 hops. And I screwed it up. If you watch the Citra Galaxy, I went over it there. I believe he wanted Citra Azacca, then Galaxy Medusa, and I had everything down, but when I made the Beersmith recipes, I transposed and got this. So we will be making the versions he came up with here soon. It's just, I want to taste these and see what they are. So for this one, 2 pounds, 8 ounces of 2-row. That's all we're using. If you watch the Citra one, maybe next time I'll add some more. So for the hop schedule, this is an hour boil. This is a 1.25 gallon batch going into the carboy. 0.25 ounces of Azacca at 30, 0.25 ounces of Azacca at 10. 0.25 ounces of Medusa at 10, 0.25 ounces of Medusa at 5, Whirlpool at 170 for 15 minutes, 0.25 ounces of each Azacca and Medusa. 3 days into fermentation, another 0.25 ounces of each. This one was bottled on 2/19, so almost a month old. About a week short of a month, so 3 weeks. 8.6% ABV. Now the last one, I think that was 7.77%. This is using US-05 yeast, so the yeast went crazy, and we're getting high ABV beers. Beersmith wanted this at 5.5. So it tore through it. This is using 7 carbonation tablets. Like I said, it's 3 weeks old. I think there's been a couple I've tested at 2, a couple at 3, then most of the other ones at 4. So we'll see how this hisses. Okay, hiss. Seems like it's a little light for me. This one is using the Yakima Valley caps that I did get in the first box. Let's go ahead and get it in here, see what it looks like. Yeah, not as much carbonation. I see the bubbles and everything coming up, but no head. I don't know if it's the hop oils, because we are technically, for my liking or in general, the 2 ounces of hops for a 1 ounce batch. Maybe the hop oils are killing it, or it just needs more time. I mean, I've got a whole bunch of bubbles in there. We were starting to foam ahead. I do see bubbles coming up. White, I guess you could say. This one looks like the same exact color as the last one. Burnt orange in color, very hazy. Can't see through it. But yeah, it's like foaming a white head, forming a white head on top of there. Let's go ahead and smell. I don't think I've had Medusa hops in a beer before. So let's go ahead and smell. More on the citrus, like a lemon, rind, citrus. More of that, maybe a touch of fruitiness, but it's more on that almost a, like a lemon zest citrus. Kind of smells bitter, but there's a little bit of sweetness, which I don't know how it could have sweetness left. But yeah, I think this one really comes through with that citrus, where the Citra Galaxy was way more juicy fruit than this one. Let's go ahead and taste. A little like sweet candied citrus with some spice. Like the spice reminds me of Chinook. Like it's got that Chinook spice, very smooth. It's not carbonated enough. It's like it's there, but yeah, very smooth, almost like a candied lemon citrus with spice in there. If anything, it's like more of the spice fills your mouth than anything, and that little bit of sweetness, candied lemon sweetness, is at the very front, and then that spice like kicks in. Me, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's just not carbonated, but it does taste like there's also some sweet fruit, like generic fruit in the middle. But now I'm really not getting that like very sweet lemon citrus that I got in the first taste. That spiciness is still there. Yeah, and I didn't write down Medusa. But I don't know if I like this. It definitely, I think carbonation would definitely help this one out. So next month we'll definitely be able to tell. That's very low. I mean, this would be a bad craft beer. I don't like the spiciness you're getting from it. It's flat. It is smooth. The flavors really aren't sticking out that much except for that spicy note like you would get in a Chinook. I need that citrus and that fruitiness to really bump up. And yeah, I don't. They're like there's some kind of candy thing in there. I don't know if I still have it up. Sorry, I thought I put, because what I was starting to do was put the what the hops were if I didn't know the profile on the sheet, and I didn't. Yeah, and I don't even have it on here what the Medusa is. So, yeah, there's like a weird candy. I don't want to say cotton candy, but there's like a sugary candy something in between the very front of the palate and the middle. There's something in there, and I can't pick it up. Nah. I was gonna say it's almost like a very sweet, like a cotton candy grape, but that's not what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'll have to look up Medusa, and when I do the video, when I edit the video, I'll put it in there. But not a bad beer, but definitely one that is not ready, at least at this point. I did make a New England IPA with these two hops, so we'll see how that turns out. So if you like this video and want to check out more, take a look over here, and until next time, happy brewing.